for showing up. Particularly all the supporters. Thanks a lot. My name is Nolan Cox. I'm with the Valdosta Lowndes County Tea Party. We're here today to speak up against the SPLOST Act, special purpose local option sales tax that's been in effect since 1987. It's never been officially opposed as far as I know in the past. One of the reasons it hadn't been opposed is a lot of people are under the misconception that over half of this tax is paid by people outside the county. Well, I have disproven that. They are quoting figures in their brochure promoting the tax. They say over half the funds generated on SPLOST 7 will come from visitors who reside outside the county. Let me tell you what's classified as a retail sales tax. It's only consumer goods sold in retail stores. It does not count your electric bill that has sales tax on it. It does not cover your cable bill that has sales tax, your telephone, your cell phone that has sales tax on it. Companies like manufacturing companies in this town, like SAF, the Packaging Corporation of America, all the small companies that pay taxes, those are not counted. When they go buy materials, that's not retail sales. That's not counted. Construction, when you buy construction materials and pay taxes, that's not a retail sales classification. Nor is wholesale taxes. Wholesale taxes alone in this county is over $3.3 million a year. They only expect to collect $22 million to $25. It was $25 last year. They think it's going to be $22 this year. But my point is, about 26% of all sales are not classified as retail sales. Now, they've been quoting retail sales and saying it includes everything, but it doesn't. So that myth has deceived a lot of people, and a lot of people think people from outside the county are paying our taxes. They do pay some. I would estimate probably 25 to 35%, but certainly not over 50. That needs to be clarified. We've got a triangle here that has promoted these taxes in the past between the Chamber of Commerce, the newspaper, and the City Hall and County Commission. You've got a triangle there that virtually controls what the people do. The people are speaking up. The people are not going to continue doing this. Now, I think it's interesting they picked the editor of the Valdosta Daily Times to be the chairman of the Lowndes County Library Board. Have any of you seen any front page articles on the SPLOST tax? Certainly you have, but not against it. My challenge would be, let's put it on the front page of people that are opposing it. Now, they do publish our letters after they made me modify my library amount from the amount that the county commission had listed down to the amount that they would approve at the newspaper. Now, newspapers and media used to be a watchdog for the people. They're serving as a lapdog for the government now. And that needs to stop, and the only way it's going to stop is for the people to get involved. When the people get involved, we can change it. We beat the SPLOST tax 2-1. I think we're going to beat this tax. And when we do, I think they're going to start listening. Now, one of the stories that I thought was a little bit ironic is where did their money come from? all my notes away a while ago. So I'm handing out to the press a list of where our opposition, the SPLOST 7 committee, an interesting contributor to the promoters of this tax is South Georgia Medical Center, an entity that is subsidized by the taxpayers of Georgia. Last year, when they issued $150 million worth of bonds, we are responsible for that. The taxpayers are responsible. If something happens to the hospital, we pay off the bonds. Now, why did they donate $2,500 to the SPLOST issue? Because they want the library and the municipal auditorium property so they can expand their business. Now, I understand the concrete companies that give $5,000 to promote it, the asphalt companies, I understand that. But I think the voters need to know who's giving the money. Now, this should have been published in the paper. That's what they did with the QE tax, or the QE issue where they were going to merge the city and county schools. They published their donors. And I'm going to give you the information. You can publish it if you wish. It's on the internet if you want to go look it up, and you can look our contributions up too. And it is truly a David and Goliath battle. I had two people that was going to show up here today and speak, and the city has been putting pressure on them to not speak and not to speak out against it. Now, that's their business. Now, I understand. I've had cold feet, but I never failed to show up where I said I was going to be. Now, I think there's a lot of issues at hand here. The people are hurting. The average taxpayer in America is making $4,000 less today than they were in 2009. This tax is going to cost the average Valdosta citizen $300 a year for 6 years. That's $1,800. Now here's the sad part. There's 3 SPLOST taxes going right now. This current tax runs for another year to the January 1, 2014, and then they want to extend it 6 more years from there. So we're talking about 6 more years of us being responsible for a 3% sales tax on everything you spend. The state took the sales tax off of food in Georgia. All 3 of these sales taxes are on food, drink, anything that you buy. So you get no relief from this tax. Now, we need better management, not another tax. Like I said, we ran this city and county for over 110 years without a SPLOST tax, so I know it can be done. Now, there's a lot of fluff in this budget. Right behind you is Central Alley. They're going to spend $500,000 refurbishing that alley. $500,000 refurbishing that alley. Now, you get in that alley in the summertime, you can't stay there. The heat off of those bricks and the sun where it's heated up that asphalt. Now they say they're going to make a farmer's market out of that and spend $500,000 on a farmer's market. Now, a sad thing is, there's a white building right behind this courthouse that's 3 stories. It's all office space. I heard yesterday, I don't know if it's a fact for sure, but I heard that the industrial authority is going to spend about $1 million on an office place. We're going to tear down a perfectly functional building right behind this courthouse because it's not period appropriate. That means pretty. It's not pretty. And they're going to tear it down. We got the cost to the taxpayers of tearing it down. We just built a $40 million courthouse down the street, borrowed the money to do that, and incidentally, when you sign, if you vote yes on this SPLOST vote, you're voting to also borrow $20 million to build a library. You've got all the costs of issuing the bonds, paying the interest, and all of that is going to fall on the taxpayer. A prudent businessman with the money coming in would build it once he got the money. I would say that they're not prudent. The SPLOST 7 also includes $3.5 million for drainage. Everybody in this city that owns a house or a driveway or a business is paying a rainwater runoff fee, a tax, over $1 million a year in revenue, but yet they want to add another $3.5 million rather than wait for the $1 million a year to come in. And I think it's obvious that there is no discretion shown in this, no management. The normal thing to do in a recession is cut taxes, cut the size and scope of government, and let the people keep their tax money. So, with that, I'm going to conclude the press conference. If you have any questions, let me know and I'll try to answer.